Are you a dragon rider? Or are you a little baby scribe? Let's talk about Fourth Wing. Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros is a romantasy novel. The first romantasy novel that I've read centers around Violet Sorrengail, who is like the lesser daughter of the general. Lesser in looks and strength and everything that's important to the general. So her mom forces her to join the Rider quadrant of the college that they're going to because there's a war going on in the Fourth Wing universe. There's a war that you train for. So you go into this college and then there's different quadrants for different career paths, I guess. And the Rider quadrant is like where you can get a dragon, you can ride on it, it's cool. But you also probably will die. Then there's the Scribe quadrant where you are kind of like the nerd and you like write stuff and like that's lame. And I don't remember any of the other quadrants. I assume there's two more because that, quad, but doesn't really matter. So Violet is forced to be in the Rider quadrant because that's, who her mom is, the general, that's where her siblings went. And gosh darn it, she's either going to die or she's going to ride, or I guess fly or die. The Rider quadrant has a like series of like challenges or tasks for like the freshmen, the first years, where they have to like prove that they're not gonna die on a dragon. There's some fun like trials and things that Violet has to get through to make it to the other side that are pretty action-packed and really well written, I thought. And not to mention that it's a little Hunger Gamesy in that there's tons of people who are cadets, is what they're called. There's only so many dragons and there's a ton of cadets. So like if you don't die by like falling off the edge of a cliff, you could die by like being strangled by one of your fellow cadets, which I guess is cool. Seems like a waste of resources if you ask me. Violet joins the Rider quadrant, makes a couple friends, and makes a few enemies, I gotta say. Apparently is not supposed to be friends with this Xaden guy. And Xaden is like one of the seniors of the college, and he's like, the big bad. And they're like, stay away from Xaden. But you know what Violet doesn't do? Stay away from Xaden. So she is staying away from Xaden. She's in this Rider's quadrant. She's going through these trials. She makes it past, and she is like, okay, let's get a dragon. She does some dragony things, and not trying to get into spoilers here. There are some criticisms out there about the, say, originality of the book. There are definitely some elements of, let's say, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Hunger Games, Game of Thrones, other enemies to lovers books out there that I haven't read that I've heard about, romantasy books. That being said, I didn't care. I don't care because dragons are cool. It's called Fourth Wing because there are different, houses, like kind of like Harry Potter. There are different wings of the college, and that's cool. It gives the reader a sense of identity. Of this wing is different than this wing in different categories or different reasons. Like I can relate to that, or I can relate to that one, or I picked that one. It's a connection that Harry Potter does really well, and I think it's cool of Yarros to do that in Fourth Wing. The thing that I didn't really click with in this book was the romance part. I liked the action and dragony stuff. I liked the enemies part, not the two lovers part. That being said, I kind of appreciated it because there's like a couple chapters that's pretty much just all the to lovers part, and I just kind of skipped through it, which was great because I had to read less to finish the book. So, if you're into it, great. I'm not, so I just skipped it. The sequel book, Iron Flame, is out, and I haven't read it yet. I'm interested in reading it. I want to read it because I liked the world that was built in Fourth Wing. And I'm interested in seeing how Violet progresses and how the war ends. And this book kind of ends on some cliffhangers, so I want to hopefully see that is resolved. Overall, I enjoyed my time with Fourth Wing. I really love this cover. I mean, look at that. It's all shiny and gold and whatnot. I really like dragons. Dragons are cool, and like death is cool, I guess. So, have you read Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros? If so, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know if I need to read Iron Flame. I've heard mixed reviews on it, and I'm kind of a little scared. So let me know if I should read that. And to end this video, I'm going to read a random dialogue line from this page. 313 line whatever. It said, you have. Panchek pulls out of his pocket watch 3 hours, at which time we'll expect you to present your stolen treasures in the battle brief room. So that is your teaser to Fourth Wing. So go check it out right now. Apparently, New York Times bestselling author Tracy Wolff said it's the most brutally addictive fantasy I've read in a decade. I guess it's addictive. It's kind of brutal. I guess it's addictive. I read it pretty quickly. It's a pretty chunky book. Yeah. Good call, Tracy Wolff.